I have over 5,000 people on my block list. I block people for the silliest things depending on my mood. I don't like a lot of negative stuff on my page, and I just block people all the time. I don't know, maybe she left a comment. I have no idea.
Okay, on a really serious one though, I was honestly not gonna film today because my face is as dry as the desert and I'm just not dealing with life. It's not as good skin day today for me. If there's anything to tempt me out of having a dry skin day, it is talking about what is going on TikTok to do with Texas Mom-Tok. Now, if you are not aware, I have made so many videos now on the secret lives of mom and wives. I've got another one coming out where I talk more about my predictions for season 2. I really love season 1. I was never really that clued into Mom-Tok before I saw Secret Lives of Mormon Wives, and now I'm a little bit addicted to the drama.
Craziest rumor that you've heard about you or your relationship online?
Oh my gosh, that my husband's gay.
Stop.
Yes. And I'm like,
why?
I'm
Why
like, do I need to put out like a sex tape or something? Like, trust me, we're good. Like, everything's fine.
There have been quite a few states, I think, there are states around the US who are trying to emulate the success that Utah mums in Mom-Tok had. They're popping up left and right, but the most notable one that's causing a bit of controversy lately is Texas Mom-Tok, who is ran and actually put together by none other than our good friend Aaryn Williams, who not even that long ago, I think this was like earlier on this year or last year, her little cyber team people sent me a cease and desist because I said that her diaper bags were overpriced and tacky. Yes, that did happen, and I still think they are overpriced and tacky. But that's just what I think. That is my own opinion. I will say is that they're getting a lot of flack, not just because they're basically copying the Utah Mom-Tok, scene from scene, script from script, word from word, TikTok to TikTok. It's like they can't come up with an original idea between them all. Here's of Aaryn Williams's stint that she had on season whatever it was, ages ago, Big Brother, where she was outwardly racist, homophobic, bigoted, overall not very nice, pretty nasty towards other contestants. She has a lot of people that do not like her. Texas Mom-Tok is being exposed for the fact that they have Aaryn Williams on there.
Made her, she looked like someone who's killed her chihuahua. Shut up, go make some rice.
Yo, that's rude.
I look probably like a squinty Asian right now. What if Andy ends up getting MVP? No one's gonna vote for whoever that queer puts up.
I think Kansas is already on the dark side because she's already dark, so.
Be careful what you say in the dark, might not be able to see the bitch.
Yeah, probably dried rice. Looks like it.
Bye bye. You want a crystal ball on your nail? Make you shine like the star in the sky. You look so pretty. You say you want long nails.
I'm sure a lot of you guys have actually seen it. Yeah, pretty disgusting.
You said some pretty harsh things about your fellow housemates. Amanda even tried to warn you, give you heads up that some of your words others were interpreting as being racist. How do you respond to that?
Being Southern, it's a stereotype, and I have said some things that taken completely out of context and wrong, and I do not mean to ever come off racist. That's not me, and I apologize to anyone that I've offended.
We want to point out everyone in the house went in knowing that everything they say, everything they do gets broadcast live on the internet. When you say the intention was not to hurt anyone, let me just read back a few of the things you said. Candace, you said, be careful what you say in the dark. Might not be able to see the bitch. Referring to Helen, you said, shut up, go make some rice.
I didn't.
And referring to Andy, you said, no one's going to vote for whoever that queer puts up. Those things can be interpreted as racist and as homophobic.
I do not remember saying those things, and those things were not meant to be. It was not meant to be serious, and if I said those things, I feel horrible for that, and I regret that.
And whenever Aaryn Williams gains popularity, people are then very quick to find out that she is in fact this Aaryn off of that season of Big Brother. And she has been called out on things before. I believe it was around the Black Lives Matter movement, where she ended up in her garage. She said this, I can't remember word for word what she was trying to say.
For the last 2 days, I have been reading and listening and paying attention and trying to find ways to not be a part of the problem, because I can acknowledge that I have been a part of the problem and I don't want to be a part of the problem. I know in my last video I said that One of the things that I was going to do is educate my girls, grow up in an inclusive environment, because I know what it's like to grow up in an environment that is not inclusive, and they're going to know better. And my silence does not mean, I'm sorry, I'm shaking because I can't. I keep redoing this over and over because I can't say the right thing. It doesn't mean that I don't care. It means that I'm trying to better myself and not just say the first thing that comes to my mind. I've always believed that Black Lives Matter. That's never been a question. Those of you who are upset that I have blocked people that I have blocked have not been people just coming into my DMs asking me how I feel or asking me, hey girl, can you just make a statement? Those people have not been blocked. The people that have been blocked are the people that come in demanding something from me in the way that they want it said. This is my platform and that I should use it, but only in the way that they want me to use it. The last thing that I'm gonna say, you guys, is that I believe in justice for everyone. I believe that Black Lives Matter, and I can at the same time believe that not all cops are bad. I support both. And I think that that's okay. You don't have to agree. We all have our own different individual opinions, and that's what makes this America.
She has a habit of blocking, deleting any comments, any people. She says that she has like 5,000 people on her block list, people that do not leave her praising comments, basically. But according to a lot of people, don't send me another cease and desist, this is just what I've read, she won't just block the person who is not licking her ass, she'll also block anyone who likes that comment or any affiliation towards it. So she means business.
I just block everyone. I love blocking people. It's my favorite thing.
Because I think of this very reasoning that people are now exposing her as that Aaryn off of Big Brother. A few weeks ago, whatever, she decided that she was going to start taking applications for Texas Mom-Tok, and she wanted to put together her little group. Now, as we're going to see in just a moment, this group isn't very diverse, which doesn't really help her when she's saying that she is no longer racist and homophobic and all of this kind of stuff. No, it's not particularly helping her cause, because she was basically rejecting applications like as quick as anything, or her assistant was.
I hate to break it to you guys, but I don't even have access to the email that the applications were sent to, because my assistant handles all that for me for an unreadable amount of applications, and I would not be able to block every single person that wasn't accepted into the Mom-Tok group. I don't even have the password to the email where the applications were sent.
And this left a lot of people with a very, very bad taste in their mouth, as they thought it was very elitist. You had to fit a certain stereotype to be a part of her group.
So this is in response to the NDA post. Just be glad that you've never had a friend decide that once they no longer like you, that your private business should not be public. So that's what the NDA is for. It's just kind of like a live and learn situation. I've already been there, done that.
You can have preferences, and not everyone has to be a part of a certain group. That's fair enough. It still got a lot of people very upset. They then spoke out about it, and Aaryn then promptly blocked them, which then led people to do some investigating onto who this woman actually is. And lo and behold, people have now found out that she is in fact, yes, that Aaryn off of Big Brother.
Okay, so there are clips going around from me on Big Brother 11 years ago, which is a reality TV show, and I made some very insensitive comments on the show.
And to make things even worse, she was called out by this creator called Sujia, and she was called out big time.
It was far more than just insensitive. So if you're gonna come on here and try to explain yourself, call it what it is. Cop to it. I would find it much more believable if you said, I went on a show, I was 22, I said some racist, horrible shit that I am so ashamed of. But saying it's just insensitive and downplaying the whole thing proves to me that you probably haven't learned anything, because you don't want to actually admit to what it is that you did. How can you admit to something you've done if you can't even call it what it is? Not to mention that in this very same video, now you're the victim, because we all just want to bring you down. We don't want to bring you down. I couldn't give two shits about Mom-Tok. I just want you to own what you did. And I know you apologize to the people that you said these things about on the show, but you said these on television. You should be apologizing to everyone that hear you say it. And one last thing, I don't know, maybe it's just me, but looking at the lack of diversity in your friend group, that's kind of another indication to me that maybe, you haven't progressed as much as you like to think you have.
Instead of Aaryn watching it, coming to terms with what someone actually from one of the communities that she deeply offended and was very racist and not very nice towards, instead of her thinking about it for one moment and going, maybe I should not block this person and I should actually deliver my apology, let it sit and not block them. Maybe that would be a good look. No. She ended up blocking her.
If you are genuinely unsure or genuinely think that I'm what a lot of people want to paint me to be, it couldn't be further from the truth.
I've evolved. I've grown. I've learned. It's the same song and dance every time, right? I'm literally a member of the community that you were so wildly offensive towards. And I'm telling you that you couldn't even acknowledge the severity of the things that you said and try to diminish it by calling it, what did you call it?
Very insensitive comments.
Right, that's what it was. Insensitive comments. And what I was trying to say to you is that you were well beyond insensitive. The things that you said were straight up racist. And that's the thing that I have a problem with. You can grow, evolve. You became a mother, so I guess that automatically in your mind makes you a good person, which by the way is not true. But the fact that you diminish what it really is, the things that you said were bigoted and racist, and that's what's important for you to acknowledge. Insensitive, fine. It is racist, the things that you said on that show. And if you ever want people to actually be able to genuinely accept an apology that you think you're giving, then you have to say what it is you are sorry for. You are straight up being racist. I am sorry I said those racist things. Those things were bigoted, horrible, and racist, and I am sorry. Not, oh, it was kind of insensitive, my bad. Like, no, you're well past that. And that's why it's so hard for people to accept apologies like these. And now you're like, I've apologized a million times. Not really. Apologize for being racist. You've apologized for being insensitive. Those two things are not the same.
She ended up blocking her after saying that she was no longer any of these things, that she doesn't align with it, she doesn't want her kids to be like that, yada yada yada. She is also posting just a myriad of various TikToks, basically, taking the piss out of it a little bit, just being a bit like, oh, everyone hates me, but I'm getting loads of views. Like, there was this one comment that she did. Someone said, do you actually regret it because of what you said? Because you felt very comfy saying it on national TV, or do you regret it because it's hindering your social media blow up now? And Aaryn, Queen Texas, says, it's not hindering anything. It is actually driving views. Just read the room, please read the room. And then also the actual winner of her season of Big Brother, Andy Heron, said, love that people aren't falling for Aaryn's TikTok BS. She's just as bad now as she was on our Big Brother season. I genuinely believe that some people learn from their mistakes and grow. Aaryn is not one of those people. She's a Trump supporting grifter and she will always suck. Whether or not she still holds those views or not, that is always going to haunt her, and I think she knows about that. And maybe there's a slight element of her wanting her to be like the big bad one, a bit like what Taylor Frankie Paul was. I just don't think they're comparable.
Since I started Mom-Tok on the Texas Mom-Tok on TikTok, there are people that just don't want to see me on Mom-Tok. Like, they just hate me, so they want to come for me for things that I said 11 years ago, and that's completely fine.
So I actually went out of my way to watch that season after like 2 years of following Aaryn, and then I watched the only season of it I've ever watched fully, and I was like, oh, can't really be supporting this person now. She just kind of eludes Mean Girl vibes a little bit, and then she sent me that cease and desist about her tacky overpriced bags. So between everything, I'm not her number one fan, but she will block and delete anyone who says anything negative about her. Apart from Aaryn's BS, I just don't feel that this was very well thought out. I feel like it's one thing to gain influence and inspiration from things that have done really, really well, from people who have done things that do really well, and you want to try and emulate that success. That's fine, get your inspiration. But when you're literally copying something directly, I just don't feel that this is, I don't know, some people might absolutely love it and they might be like, oh cool, but I do know that Secret Lives of Mormon Wives has much more backbone to it rather than just being a Mom-Tok. You know, they have something special about them, a bit unique, the fact that they are Mormon, or some of them are Mormon, whoever, whatever, there's something there. So I don't know, could this end up doing well? Probably not, because of the drama and the thing that I've literally just spoken about. But that is pretty much all I wanted to say on the topic of conversation. I hope you guys have a wonderful day wherever you are in this world. Take care of each other, take care of yourselves, and I will catch up with you guys in the next video.